Hello, in this video, I'm going to show you how to install geospatial Python packages using Pixi. Pixi is a new package management tool for installing the Python packages from Condaforce. It actually supports also other languages, for example, Rust, C, C++, and other languages. But in this video, I'm going to show you how to install all the geospatial, commonly used geospatial Python packages using Pixi. So in my previous video, I also introduced another package manager called UW. And this one is primarily used for installing packages from PyPI, but some of the packages might not be available on PyPI, or it might be very challenging to install from PyPI. For example, the GDAL. So for those packages, we need to install from Condaforce. So Pixi is similar to UV, but it's a little bit slower. But the advantage is that you can install packages that has C or C++ bindings that you don't have the compiler on your computer to install. So Condaforce is very useful in those use cases. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do that. So go to pipsi.sh on the website. If you have never used it before, you will need to install that on your computer. So all you need to do is just to follow the instructions, either on Linux, Mac, or on Windows. So for example, I'm on Linux computer, so I can just copy this command line, and then you can open your terminal on your computer. So after that, just paste the command line and then just hit enter. You should go to the GitHub to download this tiny package, and then you will install this one to your computer. So Pixi is kind of built on top of the Conda ecosystem. If you ever used Anaconda or Miniconda, you might be familiar with those Conda command. But the advantage of using Pixi is that this is called focus on project rather than the environment. So for each project, you can create an isolated environment that does not interfere with other environment that you have on a computer, and it's very useful for doing testing, all kind of stuff. And so once we have installed this Pixi, then you can just create any project on your computer. So I'm going to maybe just create a test directory. And similarly, once you have it installed, then you should be able to just type Pixi using the terminal. Then if you can see this one, that means you are good to go. So here I have some like basic instructions. You can just initialize the project. So once you're inside this directory, I can just type Pixi init, and it's going to create this under this project in here. It's going to create these 3 files, and the Pixi.toml file is basically the manifest that allows you to manage all the dependencies. So this one you probably don't want to edit manually. You can just use Pixi to add packages. So similar to the video that I show you in this previous video, you can install GDAL, or you can install any other geospatial packages. So for example, if you want to Pixi add GDAL, and it's going to go to Condaforce and then just to add GDAL to your environment. So after that, if you open this pipsi.toml file again, take a look. Now you have this GDAL installed. And GDAL has been traditionally very challenging to install on Windows, Mac, especially if you don't have the C compilers. So this one, if you after it's installed, you will see under the environments, and then I think it's under the lib Python 3.12. You should be able to see the packages has been Python 3.12, and then side packages here, side packages. So inside here you see the GDAL, and after that you can just type Pixi shell. So it's going to get into this virtual environment, and after that you can just type Python to activate the Python kernel. Then you can import OS Geo from OS Geo import GDAL. You see everything was fine. So this is how you can install GDAL very easily. But if you want to install other geospatial packages, so this is what I would recommend. So Pixi add geospatial. So the geospatial Python package is the one that I created that makes it really easy for you to install all kind of geospatial Python packages. So geospatial.gshub.org. If you go to this website, it will show you the information. And the package itself doesn't really do anything. It's just basically a one command line for you to install all kind of geospatial packages. Previously, you have to use Mamba or Conda. You will need to install and Conda or mini Conda, and that's a large package. But Pixi is much smaller and it's project based. So I highly recommend using this one if you need to install geospatial packages. So again, I'm going to just Pixi at geospatial. So this is going to take some time to resolve the dependencies, because this is a huge package that depends on many other geospatial packages. And overall, I think you're going to install over 800 packages. After that, if you once it's finished, if you go to your project directory in here, and then under the pixi.toml file, right now it has not added the package yet, but once it resolves all the dependencies, you will be able to add this one to here. And all right, so you see it's done. So now I can refresh, take a look. So I have the geospatial package has been added. And so this takes, because I have previously tried out, so it doesn't take too long. If this is the first time, it might take some time to resolve the dependencies and then download all the packages and then install. And after that, if I right click this Pixi here, it's 4.7 gigabytes. So it's a pretty big one, but you will have pretty much all the geospatial packages. So you don't have to install again and again. So, and all the dependency versions is being dealt with by Pixi. So let me again show you one more time here, Python 3.12 and inside packages, and take a look. So you have tons of packages in here that have been installed. For example, maybe if you take a look at Fiona, Volume, and then GeoPandas, the GDAO, GMap, LeafMap. So you have everything you need. And once you have, I can just Pixi list. You can show all the packages. It doesn't show you all of them, but at least you can see all the packages. And after that, you can, if you want to open Jupyter Lab, you can do that very easy. So I can just Pixi run Jupyter Lab. It's open Jupyter Lab on your computer. You can also use Visual Studio Code. I will show you later. So this is what it looks like, right? So right now I don't have anything in here. I can just open this one and then just type import leafmap and then run it. Right, m equal to leafmap. Oh, map. Oops. Run it. See, everything should work as expected. So similarly, it should be to use GDAO from OSGeo import GDAO. It should also work. And so pretty much you have all the packages. For example, import Geo Pandas, okay, import raster IO. That's it. So all the packages have been installed. So this is how you can use Jupyter. And next, I'm going to show you how to use VS Code. So let me Control C to finish this one, and I can just hold up. But you need to install Visual Studio Code first. Okay, so once you have that, and let me open this one, see if we can detect the kernel environment. Yeah, it's in here. So right now you can see right now I can also use this here directly from here, clear the output, and then I can run through that, and everything just works. So for your Visual Studio Code, if you don't see this one, listed under here, what I recommend is to first right click, create a new Python script, for example, test.py, and then double click this one, low right corner here, you should be able to see this Python, this environment here. So click this one, and if you don't see the Pixi listed here, you can use this one, enter interpreter path, and then find from here, navigate to this Pixi directory under envs default, and then under bin. So from here, you should be able to find, scroll down and find Python exe. If you're on Windows computer, it will be python.exe. If you're on Mac or Linux, then you'll be just Python. So PYSON. So it'll be this one. So because I'm on Linux computer, so this will be the Python interpreter, basically the executable program. So if you click this one and then click open, then after that, it should be listed in here. Once you have this one set it up, then if you go to create a Jupyter notebook, and then if you select the environment kernel, the Pixi Python interpreter will show up in here. So this is how you can use that both in Jupyter Lab, or you can also open using VS Code. And if you need to add any additional packages, for example here, you can add it here. But right now we have pretty much all the packages, and it's pretty simple and easy to use. If you are using, you can also, you don't have to create a new project. So for example, if you have an existing project, you can also do that easily. So let me show you quickly. I'm going to go to maybe, for example, this geospatial package in here, right? So this one, I've not used it before. So you can just click and then come here. I can clone the environment, git clone, oops, and then Control V. So this one is an existing Python project. And if your project already has a PyProject.toml file, you can also use Pixi. So in that way, we can do, it's the same process. So let me show you in here. You can just type Pixi init. So if it detects the PyProject.toml file, and it's going to ask you, do you want to extend the tool with the tool.pipsi configuration? You just type Y, and then it's going to modify the PyProject.toml file to add the Pipsi toolchain. So if you want, you can open this one again in VS Code. You can see the changes that it has made. So right now, it's going to add this couple lines of instructions into the project toml file, and it's going to add the pixi.log and also the .pixi directory to ignore this one. So once you have this, then you can do the very much the same thing. If you already have the package, for example, I already have the geospatial package, then you can just type pipsi install. It's going to install all the dependencies, including your package. For example, this geospatial is a Python package, and it has already been added in the VS Code. And so this is what it looks like in here. So geospatial, so this is being added as an editor mode. So that means if you're already in the environment, it's going to install the Python package under this environment. Oops. So this is sometimes you might have an error like this. It doesn't work, then you have to Pipsi clean cache. It does happen a couple times, so you have to clean the cache on your computer, and then you can try again, then it should work. So this is how, if you have an existing project, you want to use Pipsi, then you can just Pipsi add, then just Pipsi install. Usually it should work. If it doesn't, then you can just use Pipsi add, then the name of the package, then it should work. Okay, so this is what I want to show you in this video. I hope you find it useful. So this is going to save you a lot of time, and also the packages right now is based on the environment, based on the project, not based on the system environment. And you can delete all of this after you're done. So for example, I don't need this anymore. You can just shift delete it. Then it will not interfere with your computer. But your Pipsi, because we already installed, so it still works. You can create as many virtual environment as needed, and you can install all the packages that might be challenging to install on your operating systems. Okay, so that's all for this video. Hope you find it useful. I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.